Hello guys, and welcome to another Red Life Studio episode. Please subscribe and give me a like, and share my videos if you're enjoying them. Also, feel free to leave me a comment below. Now let's begin with today's stories.
The cheater. I tried to ignore all of the signs that my husband was cheating on me. He would always work late into the night, we would awaken in the middle of the night to mysterious phone calls, and our credit card bill showed he bought an obscenely large number of hotel rooms, the usual stuff. I tried to ignore it for as long as I could. I didn't want to believe it, but every night it would nag at the back of my mind until I couldn't ignore it anymore. One night, when he came home from work at 9 o'clock, I ambushed him. As he came through the door, I noticed he was wearing different clothes than those he left in that morning. I was sure now that he was cheating. "Why so late, Tim?" I asked. "Oh honey, I told you I was going to be late tonight at work and Jeff wants those reports done by Tuesday." I interrupted him. "Cut the shit, Tim. I know you're not being honest with me. You've been coming home late every day for the past 2 weeks. Tell me what you've really been doing." Tim tried to look insulted, but I saw right through his faux response. He is a horrible liar. "Honey, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. We have been swamped all this week, and Jeff wants those reports in by Tuesday. He said I don't know what to tell you." I stood up. "Tim, you use the same excuse every damn time I stopped." "Where are your clothes, Tim?" I asked, just remembering that they were missing. "Why would you change at work?" Tim visually stumbled around with his thoughts before putting on his best poker face and said, "Honey, I have no idea what you were talking about." Now I knew for sure that he was cheating. "At least try and come up with a good lie, asshole," I said, and then stormed out of the room. I knew now that I had to do something. I decided that I would follow him home from work the next day and see where he would go. The best case scenario, I thought, is that I would find out he actually was working, and worst case, I would at least know what he was doing. Win-win, I thought. The next day I woke up and went through my normal routine, took a shower, ate breakfast, all the good stuff. I didn't want him to know anything was up. I took the day off work so I could watch him all day. Right after Tim left for work, I got in my car and went to his office building downtown. I sat in the parking lot and then realized that I had nothing to do all day except sit in the car. I began to browse Reddit for a while, but then I felt the boredom creep in and decided to drive around a little bit. I mean, where was he going to go in the middle of the day? As I pulled back into his office's lot, I noticed that his Tahoe was not in the parking spot anymore. God damn it, I thought, who knows where he is now? I decided to wait around, and about 20 minutes later I saw his car pull in. I wanted to confront him right then and there, but I didn't want to possibly hurt his career, so I stayed in the car. At about 5 o'clock, he walked out of the building and got in his car. Okay, now we will finally see where he goes after work, I thought. I followed him for about 10 minutes and he stayed en route for our apartment the entire time. I continued following him until he turned into our apartment complex. Well shit, he came home on time today, I thought, but there is still the question of where he was earlier. I waited about 5 minutes and then pulled into the apartment so he wouldn't be suspicious. As I walked through the door, I found Tim waiting for me. "Where have you been?" he said with a smirk on his face. "Really funny, Tim. How about you tell me where you were today?" I said. "Come on, I was at work," he replied. "Okay, well then where did you go when you left at 1 today?" I asked him. He seemed genuinely surprised that I asked him that. Then he put on a smile. "Were you following me today?" he asked. "Yes, I was, and I know you weren't at work all day today," I responded. Well, if you must know, finally he is admitting something, I thought. "I was out getting you these." He pulled out a bunch of shopping bags. I was astounded and I realized that I seemed like a huge bitch. I was standing here accusing him of cheating when he went out of his way to buy me new clothes. "I'm so sorry, honey," I told him. "It just seemed really suspicious at first." He smiled at me. "It's okay, sweetie. I know that I need to be home more. I will do my best to get home as early as I can." For that moment I had forgotten everything. The next few days I had been blinded by the power of gifts. Then I started to notice strange things. The clothes he had gotten me didn't all fit quite right, and they had a strange smell to them before I washed them. When I asked him, he said that he wasn't sure what size I was and that he had kept them next to him gym bag while he was at work. I decided to do one last thing to ease my suspicions. I waited in bed until Tim fell all the way asleep, and then I snuck out of the room. I was careful not to make any loud noises, and I avoided any creaking stairs. I went to the dining table and picked up his wallet. Inside I found all the normal things of a wallet: debit card, driver's license, pictures. When I looked in the last slot, I found what I had feared: a Motel 6 room card. I quickly grabbed his wallet, went outside, and got in my car. When I got to the Motel 6, I began to feel really stupid, but my curiosity pushed me on. I wasn't sure what I was going to find. I went inside and looked around for his room number. 306, here it is, I thought. I slid the key in the slot and opened the door. Immediately I could tell something was not right. The room was a mess, and it reeked worse than anything I had ever smelled before. I did a quick search of the room, but I didn't find anything incriminating. The next thing I did was open the bathroom door. Immediately as I opened the door, I threw up. I threw up about 3 times before stabilizing myself. I looked into the bathroom and saw 6 girls, corpses sliced and bloodied as if a pack of wild dogs had got at them. I held my breath and went into the room. Besides the visceral bodies and torn limbs, I saw nothing else. I looked at the sink and saw a few pictures sitting there. I picked them up and screamed at what I saw. The pictures were all of the frightened girls, still alive, in the bathroom. They were wearing my new clothes. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.